Ladies, today I'm going to tell you the 5 naughty benefits of sleeping naked with your man, and trust me, these are the secrets that will change your intimacy, your passion, and the way he craves you forever. Imagine this, it's late at night, the world is quiet, and you're lying next to him, skin against skin. Every touch sending shivers down your spine. His fingers trace teasing patterns across your body. His breath brushes your neck. And suddenly, the room is charged with a heat so intense, it's impossible to ignore. This isn't just desire, it's an irresistible, addictive connection that keeps him thinking about you all night long. Tonight, I'm revealing the 5 naughty, irresistible benefits of sleeping naked with your man. And after this, you'll never want to sleep fully dressed again. Sleeping naked with your man is not just about comfort. It's about amplifying desire in a way that clothes could never achieve. When your bodies are bare, every touch, every brush of skin, every accidental contact becomes electric. Imagine lying next to him, your arm resting against his chest, your legs brushing together, your warmth radiating into his body. That simple closeness ignites a primal response, a magnetic pull that makes him think about you non-stop. Men are wired to respond to physical cues, and nakedness provides the ultimate opportunity for these cues to be felt in the most intimate and undeniable way. Even the smallest gestures, a hand on his shoulder, a leg brushing against his thigh, the warmth of your body pressed against his send powerful signals that say, I'm here, I'm yours, I want you. But it's not just about the accidental touches, it's the anticipation and tension that comes from being naked together. When there's no barrier, no fabric between your skin, every movement is felt more intensely. The way your body shifts in the sheets, the way you stretch or turn toward him, even the way you breathe becomes part of a subtle, unspoken conversation. That intimacy creates a constant undercurrent of desire, a quiet, smoldering tension that builds throughout the night. He feels your presence in a way that goes beyond the surface. It's electric, addictive, and impossible to ignore. Nakedness also encourages mindful awareness of each other's bodies. You notice his muscle movements, the rise and fall of his chest, the warmth of his skin, the way he reacts to even the gentlest touch. He notices you in the same way. And that mutual awareness fuels a cycle of desire that grows stronger every night. It's a playful, seductive dynamic that keeps him thinking about you, imagining your closeness when you're not around and longing for the next night together. There's also a psychological component. Men are naturally visual and tactile, so being naked together activates both senses simultaneously. Your bare skin against his, the subtle curves of your body, the intimacy of exposed vulnerability, it's irresistibly erotic. He feels wanted, needed, and completely captivated, and that feeling lingers long after the sheets are empty. Ultimately, sleeping naked with your man turns ordinary nights into opportunities for connection and seduction. It sparks physical desire in a way that is both natural and irresistible. Every touch, every movement, every shared breath becomes a message of longing and passion. He doesn't just enjoy being close to you, he craves it, thinks about it constantly, and becomes addicted to the intimacy that only this level of vulnerability and closeness can create. Ladies, this is why naked nights are so transformative. They don't just enhance comfort or relaxation. They ignite desire, fuel obsession, and deepen the magnetic pull between you and your man, making your connection more passionate and unforgettable than ever before. Sleeping naked with your man isn't just about physical closeness. It's about creating a deep, emotional bond that words alone could never achieve. When you share your body without any barriers, there's a profound vulnerability that naturally draws you both closer. Imagine lying next to him, skin against skin, feeling the warmth of his body, hearing the quiet rhythm of his breathing, and sensing his presence in a way that's intimate and undeniable. That vulnerability, that openness is intoxicating. It communicates trust, comfort, and a willingness to be completely seen, qualities that make a man feel emotionally connected to you in ways that are both seductive and powerful. Being naked together encourages full presence and awareness of each other's emotions. When the distractions of clothing, distance, and barriers are removed, every small gesture becomes amplified. The way he shifts closer, the way his hand finds yours, the way your bodies align. Naturally, all speaks a language of intimacy that is deeply satisfying. Men feel it too. He senses that you are not just next to him physically, but that you are open, relaxed, and engaged in the moment. That emotional presence makes him feel secure, appreciated, and deeply bonded to you, reinforcing a connection that goes far beyond surface level attraction. There's also a psychological effect that's undeniable. Skin-to-skin contact releases oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone, which promotes feelings of trust, closeness, and affection. When you sleep naked together, your bodies are constantly in contact, your arms, brushing your legs, touching your back, pressed gently against his chest. Every touch reinforces that bond, and over time, this hormone-driven connection creates a strong emotional attachment that makes him feel not only desired, but cherished. The combination of touch and vulnerability makes him crave not just your body, but your presence, your attention, and your love. Emotional intimacy is also enhanced because sleeping naked encourages openness and communication without words. The quiet moments laying close after a long day, softly brushing against each other, or simply holding hands in the dark create a space where feelings can be felt rather than spoken. This silent communication allows him to sense your affection, your desire, and your trust, which deepens the emotional connection in ways that are subtle, seductive, and unforgettable. Ultimately, sleeping naked together transforms the bedroom into a sanctuary of closeness and emotional intimacy. It allows you both to experience each other fully, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. Every night spent in this vulnerable, connected state reinforces your bond, strengthens trust, and creates a craving for closeness that extends far beyond the sheets. It's not just sex, it's a shared emotional journey, one that makes him feel connected, needed, and completely captivated by you. Ladies, when you embrace this level of openness and vulnerability, you don't just ignite passion, you build an unshakable emotional connection that keeps him thinking about you, longing for you, and devoted to you in every sense of the word. Sleeping naked with your man does far more than just feel intimate and seductive. It can completely transform the way both of you rest, relax, and recharge. Imagine lying next to him, skin against skin, the warmth of his body radiating into yours, every subtle touch and movement sending tiny waves of pleasure and comfort through your body. That closeness isn't just exciting, it's calming, grounding, and deeply soothing. And it has a powerful effect on your mind and body. When you're both unclothed, your bodies regulate temperature more naturally. Your skin absorbs warmth and comfort, and your nervous system can fully relax. It's a subtle, sensual way to melt away the stress of the day and ease tension that has been built up, leaving both of you feeling lighter, more connected, and more ready to drift into restful sleep. There's also a hormonal component that makes sleeping naked with him so transformative. Skin to skin contact releases oxytocin, the so-called cuddle hormone, which is scientifically proven to reduce cortisol, the hormone responsible for stress. Every gentle brush of your hand against his chest, the warmth of your leg resting against his, or the subtle press of your back into his body sends a signal to both your brains that everything is safe, comfortable, and connected. That chemical response not only reduces stress, but creates a deep sense of calm, trust, and closeness, allowing both of you to sleep more soundly, rest more deeply, and wake up feeling refreshed and more in love than ever. Naked nights also create a unique sense of security and emotional relaxation. When you are vulnerable together, free of clothing or barriers, it's easy to let go of the mental tension that often keeps both of you awake at night. Your body instinctively relaxes into his, your heart rate slows, and your muscles unwind. That sense of surrender is incredibly powerful. It's a quiet intimacy that reassures him that he is loved, trusted, and wanted, and it reassures you that you are cherished, safe, and desired. This mutual feeling of comfort is something you carry beyond the bedroom, influencing your mood, your energy, and your connection throughout the day. Beyond the physiological and psychological benefits, sleeping naked with your man also encourages playfulness, closeness, and spontaneous moments of passion. Even small touches, an accidental brush, a playful nuzzle, a soft caress trigger desire and deepen connection, which releases more pleasure hormones and relaxes both of you further. Nights spent like this don't just improve sleep, they improve the emotional and physical well-being of your relationship as a whole. Ultimately, sleeping naked together is about combining relaxation, desire, and intimacy in a way that restores your body, rejuvenates your mind, and strengthens your emotional bond. The next time you share the bed without clothes, notice how every touch, every heartbeat, and every subtle shift works to ease stress, increase desire, and leave both of you feeling more alive, more connected, and completely addicted to each other. Sleeping naked with your man isn't just about comfort or intimacy. It's a secret weapon for keeping passion alive in your relationship. When you shed the barriers of clothing and embrace each other fully, your connection becomes electric, charged with a constant, simmering tension that keeps desire flowing night after night. Imagine lying together, skin against skin, the warmth of his body pressed to yours, your movements naturally brushing against him. Every subtle touch, every shift in the sheets, every accidental contact carries an undercurrent of longing, teasing, and playful seduction. That energy is intoxicating, irresistible, and profoundly addictive. It's a kind of passion that doesn't fade. Instead, it grows stronger, deeper, and more compelling each time you share these vulnerable, intimate moments. The magic of sleeping naked is that it creates an environment where desire can flourish spontaneously. Without clothes, your bodies communicate constantly through the slightest graze of a hand, a playful nudge, or a brush of a leg. These small, sensual interactions keep him on edge, never fully satisfied, always craving your presence, your warmth, and your touch. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but the effect is undeniable. He begins to anticipate every night, every moment spent close to you because he knows that every touch carries pleasure, intimacy, and the promise of connection. This is how passion is maintained, not through grand gestures, but through the tiny, seductive sparks that ignite desire every time you share the bed. Sleeping naked also encourages playfulness and flirtation, which are essential ingredients for a passionate relationship. Every accidental touch becomes an opportunity to tease and entice. Every gentle nuzzle or brush against his skin a playful reminder of the magnetic pull between you. These little moments make ordinary nights feel exciting, sensual, and alive. They turn bedtime into a space of spontaneous desire, a private world where intimacy and passion coexist effortlessly. When he experiences this, he not only craves your physical presence, but becomes emotionally drawn to you, building an attachment that keeps him thinking about you long after you've left the sheets. There's also a psychological edge to it. Men naturally respond to vulnerability combined with desire. And sleeping naked is the ultimate expression of both. You are exposing yourself in the most literal and figurative sense, showing trust, confidence, and bold sensuality. This creates an irresistible allure that keeps him captivated, thinking about you and yearning for you in ways that casual intimacy cannot achieve. It transforms ordinary nights into an ongoing rhythm of passion, connection, and craving that strengthens the emotional and physical bond between you. Ultimately, sleeping naked doesn't just create intimacy, it keeps the flame of passion burning bright. Every touch, every accidental brush, every subtle movement reminds him why he fell for you and why he continues to desire you. Nights like these aren't just relaxing. They're addictive, unforgettable, and intensely romantic, ensuring that your connection remains fiery, intimate, and completely irresistible. Sleeping naked with your man does something incredibly powerful. It makes him feel irresistibly close to you in a way that goes far beyond physical attraction. When you remove the barriers of clothing, you're not just exposing your body, you're exposing trust, vulnerability, and confidence. There's something deeply magnetic about a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, who can lie next to her man fully open and present. That openness communicates a message louder than words ever could. I'm here. I trust you. I want you. And for a man, that message is intoxicating. It pulls him in, makes him crave your presence, and creates a bond that is emotional, physical, and psychological all at once. When you sleep naked together, every movement and touch becomes a subtle, seductive conversation. His hand brushing your arm, your leg resting against his, the warmth of your back pressed. To his chest, these moments may seem small, but they are incredibly intimate. Each brush of skin is a reminder that you are present with him, that your attention and desire are entirely focused on him. Men feel this deeply. He doesn't just see your vulnerability, he experiences it. And it makes him feel a closeness that is addictive. He feels like he has a window into your world, into your comfort, and into your desire for him. That kind of intimacy is not fleeting. It creates a connection that lingers long after the night is over. There's also a psychological element to this closeness. Physical intimacy in its rawest form, the kind that comes from sleeping naked together, triggers the release of oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone. Oxytocin makes both of you feel secure, connected, and emotionally attuned to each other. For him, this means a profound sense of attachment and devotion. Every touch, every cuddle, every whispered sigh strengthens the emotional tether between you. He starts craving not just your body, but your presence, your warmth, and the comfort of being close to you. This craving becomes addictive. He begins to associate your touch and your closeness with safety, desire, and pleasure all at once. Beyond the science, there's this seductive magic of mutual vulnerability. When you lie naked together, there's nothing to hide behind. He sees you fully, and he feels safe to be fully himself. That level of trust and openness makes him feel incredibly close to you, not just in the bedroom, but in his heart and mind as well. It creates a loop of desire and emotional attachment. The more he experiences this closeness, the more he wants it, the more he craves it, and the more he connects with you on every level. Ultimately, sleeping naked together transforms your intimacy into something irresistibly magnetic. It's not just about sex, it's about trust, connection, desire, and emotional attachment all intertwined. He doesn't just love you, he becomes captivated by your presence, addicted to your warmth, and completely obsessed with being close to you. When skin meets skin in this vulnerable, loving, and seductive way, it creates a bond that is unforgettable, irresistible, and unbreakable. Sleeping naked with your man doesn't just deepen intimacy, it opens the door to spontaneous romance and playful seduction in ways that fully clothed nights could never achieve. When there are no barriers between your bodies, even the smallest gestures become charged with meaning and desire. Imagine lying side by side, skin against skin, the heat of your bodies radiating into one another. A casual touch, a hand brushing against his chest, your leg lightly pressing against his, can turn into a flirtatious spark that sends shivers down both of your spines. This natural, unplanned playfulness keeps desire alive, creating moments that feel both intimate and exciting, moments that he will remember long after the night is over. The beauty of naked nights is that they invite a sense of freedom and spontaneity. Without clothing to create distance or barriers, you're free to move, explore, and respond to each other in real time. Every accidental brush of skin can turn into a tease, a laugh, or a sensual game that keeps both of you engaged and connected. This playful energy is deeply seductive for men because it keeps them on their toes, anticipating what will happen next. It transforms ordinary nights into an ongoing adventure of intimacy, desire, and mutual attraction. He begins to crave not only your body, but your playful attention, your energy, and the way you make even the simplest touches feel electric. Playfulness is also inherently romantic. When you allow yourself to flirt, tease, and joke while lying close, you're creating a shared experience that deepens your emotional connection. A playful nuzzle at the neck, a gentle tickle along the side, or a mischievous smile as your bodies press together communicates desire without needing words. These little acts of spontaneous affection build a unique language between the two of you, a rhythm of intimacy that is entirely your own. Men love this kind of interaction because it is unpredictable, exciting, and deeply personal. It keeps him thinking about you, longing for the next night, the next playful moment, the next spark of intimacy. Sleeping naked also allows for unexpected moments of intimacy that strengthen your bond. Maybe a playful stretch turns into a cuddle. Maybe a soft whisper becomes a spontaneous kiss. These organic moments of romance feel natural, unforced, and intensely seductive. They create memories and associations in his mind, linking you with pleasure, closeness, and fun. Over time, this keeps the spark alive, prevents routine from taking over, and ensures that he continues to crave your presence, your warmth, and your playful affection. Ultimately, sleeping naked doesn't just create physical closeness, it fosters a dynamic of romance, spontaneity, and intimacy that keeps him enchanted, captivated, and fully invested in your connection. Nights like these are alive with possibility, fun, and desire, and they cultivate a passion that is addictive, playful, and unforgettable. Sleeping naked with your man creates a level of intimacy that words alone could never capture. When your bodies are completely exposed, there's a raw vulnerability that invites a connection deeper than any conversation. Every touch, every breath, every subtle shift becomes a language of its own way to communicate love, desire, trust, and emotional closeness without saying a single word. This kind of intimacy is powerful because it's felt, not just heard. And men respond to it on a level that goes beyond the physical. Lying skin to skin allows him to feel your presence in the most profound way possible. The warmth of your body pressed against his, the rhythm of your breathing matching his, the gentle brushing of your hands over his skin, all of these seemingly small gestures become expressions of desire, reassurance, and connection. He senses your attention, your focus, and your trust, and that makes him feel emotionally close to you in a way that's intoxicating. There's also a psychological magic in being vulnerable together. Nakedness signals confidence, trust, and openness, which encourages him to let down his own walls. He feels free to be fully himself, fully present, and fully connected. This mutual vulnerability creates a bond that is hard to break, a connection rooted in both emotional security and physical closeness. Ultimately, sleeping naked enhances intimacy in ways that words simply cannot. It transforms ordinary nights into moments of unspoken communication, magnetic attraction, and profound closeness. He doesn't just see or touch you, he feels you entirely, emotionally and physically, making him crave your presence and reinforcing a connection that is as irresistible as it is unforgettable.